God, I remember when I started out as a teacher. Apart from
We're live.
There we go. I'm about to tell them all a story and I don't need to because the YouTube decided to work. Okay. Hello, everybody watching us on YouTube. It is lovely to be with you again on a Sunday afternoon. Thank you for deciding to join us wherever you are in the UK or around the world. And before we get started, I have to thank all those of you. We have had some lovely messages over the summer, or we've had a little bit of time off. It's lovely to know that you missed us. Honestly, I mean, we have a great time doing this. It is absolutely amazing for us to hear back from you guys that you enjoy it too. So thank you very much. And I hope you keep on enjoying it. So, hello, here we are. We are a small but select group for you this afternoon, doing our first bunch of, it's going to be 4 scenes. So I've got 5 people that are going to be working really hard. Because, okay, we were just talking about the fact that it's a bit back to school and some people are still kind of finding their way back into work. So we are a small group today, but we have the wonderful Valentina, who is back with us after a lovely trip back to Italy, and not only doing our tech, but is also acting today, which is terrific. And it's been lovely to catch up with Ashleigh, who is again with us, as always being fab. And we got Siegffried back after a break in France. He's still in Paris, but we don't care because we can still work with him because we love the internet. And we've got Simon, who's been moving house again and is in yet another location. That's a very smart, I do love the backdrop you've got at the moment though, Simon. Just be careful. Any parts where you wear a white shirt, we're going to get kind of, you know, we're not going to see much of you. So be careful with the costuming. And of course, the lovely Larissa is back with us and back in London, I believe as well. So it's lovely to have everybody back in the family and ready to get started. Right, so would you guys like to step off to the virtual tiring house, and I will be calling you for the scenes once I've had a quick chat with our lovely audience. So hello, my name's Lizzie. If you haven't met me before, I'm artistic director for Shake-Scene Shakespeare, and my job this afternoon is to be the book holder for this particular presentation. So book holding for online work is not quite like being a book holder for our theatre work when everybody's actually off book and knows their lines, and I'm there in order to catch them when the lines disappear. My job this afternoon is a little bit more to be like the MC, join things up and be the voice when things go wrong, when someone's internet goes down or something else goes a little bit west. You might hear me chirp up in the background. Otherwise, I do the intro, I connect the scenes up, and then I vanish, because the guys you come to see are the cast, not me. So I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping and then I will be gone and we will get on with our 4 scenes for the 3 o'clock performance. So those of you that have watched us before, you're up on our YouTube, you'll see that our donations link is still there. It is not required, it is not expected, but it is very much appreciated if you are able to donate anything to us as a company. The money is, we save it up into a bucket fund and we share it between the members of the company periodically, those who are still suffering significant financial hardship, because it still ain't that easy for those of us in the arts in these interesting times. So if you're able to, then it is very much appreciated. We also will be giving a percentage of our bucket to the Stephen Lawrence Foundation, supporting young Black lives in the UK. So, because that's just a thing that is important to us, and we very much want to be able to keep doing that. Those of you also looking on our YouTube, you may see that our gallery of former productions looks a little bit different, because we're kind of starting a new term and we've been sort of looking back and assessing over sort of work that we've done and the way things have been running. We've left up freely available to see all our presentations of scenes. So there's loads of stuff still up to see, up there to see whenever you're bored and just want to drop back in to a bit of fun and games with us. The full plays are, for the moment, not on sort of constant available view. Our plan is that on our weekend off, which will be the last weekend of this month, that's our next weekend off, we're going to be bringing back for the week one of our former plays. So if you desperately need a top up of Q scripting fun, then we will be making those plays available one at a time. And Taming of the Shrew will be back available to view on Sunday 27th. So that's why we're doing that now. if you'd like to have a chat with us, if you particularly would like to share a link or see a link or need a link to one of the other plays, please get in touch. Either tweet us at Shake Scenery. You can do that anyway. Talk to us about the productions, things you like. You can also email us. You can leave us a message on the YouTube link. We are extremely contactable. We would love to hear from you. We're also on Facebook. Please talk to us. We're getting ready to do all sorts of other plays, so we're always up for your input. Okay, I think that's all I have to say, which is great, which means we can get on with today's scenes. So I do enjoy doing these scenes. I mean, it's fun for me because I get to cast people, and it's fun for them because they get to do it. And it's fun for you because you get to see them. But we're going back now. We are going to do our first scene for this afternoon is from Julius Caesar, which was the last full play that we did a couple of weeks ago. So we're just dipping back into one scene from Julius Caesar. And some of the fun that I get when we repeat these scenes is I get to cast a whole different cast of people in each scene, because it's always fun to sort of think, I really loved what the cast of Julius Caesar did. Wouldn't it be interesting to have that person say those lines, or that person, or that person? So it's always fun. Sorry, this is me being slightly naughty, because sometimes I give them something easy, sometimes I give them something challenging. Just makes life more fun. So we are going to Julius Caesar, and we are going to the morning of the Ides of March, which is the day that Julius Caesar himself has been warned about. And we're going to go straight to Caesar's house. So what's been going on in Rome, I ask you, up to this point in the play? Well, quite a lot. There's a lot of political unrest and upheaval. Julius Caesar himself has just defeated another general, Pompey the Great, in a civil war. So he's a great hero. And there has been a lot of talk about making him king. Now, exactly what Caesar thinks and feels about it, we actually haven't been able to find out up to this point. So it's always been interesting he's talked about a lot. What might Caesar say for himself? But it's been a very, very bad night in Rome. There's been a huge amount of, there's been terrible thunderstorms and strange supernatural events around the city. And so there's a lot of feeling of what's going on? Is it good? Is it bad? Does it mean this? Does it mean that? So let's go and visit Caesar at home. So I can see ready and waiting in the wings. We have a Caesar. Just give me a quick yes. So
yes.
Yes, we got a Caesar, we got a Decius.
Yes.
Yes, we do. We got a Calpurnia.
Yes.
And we have the ever incredibly important servant.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Right. Okay, everybody, the rules remain the same. The minute I disappear, the stage is yours. Take us to Caesar's house in Rome on this very important morning. Off you go.
Nor heaven nor earth have been at peace tonight. Thrice hath Calphurnia in her sleep cried out, help, ho, they murder Caesar. Who's within?
My lords.
Go bid the priests do present sacrifice, and bring me their opinions of success.
I will, my lord.
What mean you, Caesar? Think you to walk forth? You shall not stir out of your house today.
Caesar shall forth. The things that threatened me ne'er look but on my back. When they shall see the face of Caesar, they are vanished.
Caesar, I never stood on ceremonies, yet now they fright me. There is one within, besides the things that we have heard and seen, recounts most horrid sights seen by the watch. A lioness hath whelped in the streets, and graves have yawned and yielded up their dead. Fierce fiery warriors fight upon the clouds in ranks and squadrons, and right form of war which drizzled blood upon the Capitol. The noise of battle hurtled in the air. Horses do neigh, and dying men did groan, and ghosts did shriek and squeal about the streets. O Caesar, these things are beyond all use, and I do fear them.
What can be avoided, whose end is purposed by the mighty gods? Yet Caesar shall go forth. For these predictions are to the world in general as to Caesar.
When beggars die, there are no comets seen. The heavens themselves blaze forth the death of princes.
Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. Of all the wonders that I yet have heard, it seems to me most strange that men should fear, seeing that death and necessary end will come, when it will come. What say the augurers?
I would not have you to stir forth today, plucking the entrails of an offering forth. They could not find a heart within the beast.
The gods do this in shame of cowardice. Caesar should be a beast without a heart if he should stay today at home for fear. No, Caesar shall not. Danger knows full well that Caesar is far more dangerous than he. We are two lions littered in one day, and I the elder and more terrible, and Caesar shall go forth.
Alas, my lord, your wisdom is consumed in confidence. Do not go forth today. Call it my fear that keeps you in the house and not your own. We'll send Mark Antony to the Senate house. He shall say, you are not well today. Let me, upon my knee, prevail in this.
Mark Antony shall say I am not well, and for thy humour I will stay at home. Here's Decius Brutus. He shall tell them so.
Caesar, all hail. Good morrow, worthy Caesar. I come to fetch you to the Senate house.
And you are come in very happy time to bear my greeting to the senators, and tell them that I will not come today. Cannot is falser, cannot is false, that I dare not falser. I will not come today. Tell them so, Decius.
Say he's sick.
Shall Caesar send a lie? Have I in conquest stretched my arm so far to be afeared to tell greybeards the truth? Decius, go tell them. Caesar will not come.
Most mighty Caesar, let me know some cause, lest I be laughed at when I tell them so.
The cause is in my will. I will not come. That is enough to satisfy the Senate. But for your private satisfaction, because I love you, I will let you know. Calphurnia here, my wife, stays me at home. She dreamt tonight, she saw my statue, which like a fountain with 100 spouts did run pure blood. And many lusty Romans came smiling and did bathe their hands in it. And these she does apply for warnings and portents and evils imminent. And on her knee hath begged that I will stay at home today.
This dream is all misinterpreted. It was a vision, fair and fortunate. Your statue spouting blood in many pipes, in which so many smiling Romans bathed, signifies that from you great Rome shall suck reviving blood, and that great men shall press for tinctures, stains, relics, and cognizance. This by Calpurnia's dream is signified.
And this way have you well expounded it.
I have, when you have heard what I can say. And know it now, the Senate have concluded to give this day a crown to mighty Caesar. If you shall send them word you will not come, their minds may change. Besides, it were a mock apt to be rendered for someone to say, break up the Senate till another time, when Caesar's wife shall meet with better dreams. If Caesar hide himself, shall they not whisper, lo, Caesar is afraid? Pardon me, Caesar, for my dear, dear love to your proceeding bids me tell you this, and reason to my love is liable.
How foolish do your fears seem now, Calphurnia. I am ashamed I did yield to them. Give me my robe, for I will go.
And off he goes to work. Back to work, Caesar. Thank you, guys. Oh, wow. The debate that a lot of people are having. Do we go out to work? Do we stay home? By the way, it was particularly nice. I just realized that we have Valentina actually appearing in our Julius Caesar. She was so annoyed that she wasn't able to be in it when we did it before. So, hey, Valentina, very glad that we got you into a little bit of Julius Caesar at last. Cool. Right, that's got us off to a roaring start. So let us roar straight on to, we're doing a little bit of Two Gentlemen of Verona, a play that I can't quite forget. I'm going to have to do that one again sometime, probably next year. It's one of those plays that people still sort of say, what is that about? It's like, okay, let's do it again, see if we can work it out. So, Two Gentlemen of Verona. Although ironically, this scene takes place in Milan. Always love that bit. Our two gentlemen are Proteus and Valentine, and they are from Verona. They have both come to the court of the Duke of Milan in order to expand their education and experience of the world. Proteus was in love with and engaged to the lovely Julia when he was at home in Verona, and he arrived in Milan to find his friend Valentine in love with and engaged to Silvia, the Duke's daughter. And they were going to run away together secretly, but one of these Shakespearean bolts of, I suppose, lightning emotion has struck poor old Proteus literally to the heart. And on seeing Silvia, he forgot Julia. He became obsessed with Silvia to the extent that he betrayed his best friend Valentine and Silvia to her father. Poor old Valentine is now banished and off in the forest, if we did but know it. And Proteus is doing everything he can to win the heart of Silvia, not realizing, in a wonderful piece of Shakespearean irony, that the new young servant boy that he has employed, whose name he believes is Sebastian, is his Julia in disguise. Who says these plays are complicated? Anyway, so we are going to meet Proteus and his serving boy Sebastian, also known as Julia, and find out how things are speeding in this tangled web of love and intrigue. So, can I just check that I have a Proteus?
Yes.
Yes, you're still there. Good. And we have a Sylvia. Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yep. And a Julia.
Yes.
Excellent. Right. So, usual rules apply. As soon as I'm gone, the stage is yours. Take us to Milan and see what there is to be learned in this tangled web. Okay? Enjoy, everybody.
Sebastian is thy name. I like thee well, and will employ thee in some service presently.
In what you please, I'll do what I can.
I hope thou wilt. Go presently and take this ring with thee, deliver it to Madame Silvia. You love me well, deliver it to me.
It seems you loved not her, not leave her token. She's dead, belike.
Not so, I think she lives.
Oh, alas.
What doth thou cry, alas?
I cannot choose but pity her.
Wherefore shouldst thou pity her?
Because methinks that she loved you as well as you do love your Lady Silvia. 'Tis pity love should be so contrary, and thinking on it makes me cry, alas.
Well, give her that ring, and therewithal this letter. That's her chamber. Tell my lady I claim the promise of her heavenly picture. Your message done, hie home unto my chamber, where thou shalt find me sad and solitary.
How many women would do such a message? Is anybody there? Gentlewoman, good day. I pray you, be my mean to bring me where to speak with Madame Silvia.
What would you with her, if that I be she?
Oh, if you be she, I do entreat your patience to hear me speak the message I am sent on.
From whom?
From my master, Sir Proteus, madam.
Oh, he sent you for a picture?
Aye, madam.
Ursula, bring my picture there. Go. Give your master this. Tell him from me, one Julia, that his changing thoughts forget would better fit his chamber than his shadow.
Madam, please, you peruse this letter.
There, hold. I will not look upon your master's lines. I know they are stuffed with protestations and full of newfound oaths, which he will break as easily as I do tear this paper.
Madam, send your ladyship this ring.
The more shame for him that he sends it me. For I have heard him say 1,000 times his Julia gave it him at his departure. Though his false finger have profaned the ring, mine shall not do his Julia so much wrong.
She thanks you.
What sayest thou?
I thank you, madam, that you tender her. Poor gentlewoman, my master wrongs her much.
Dost thou know her?
Almost as well as I do know myself.
Belike she thinks that Proteus hath forsook her.
I think she doth, and that's her cause of sorrow.
Is she not passing fair?
She hath been fairer, madam, than she is. When she did think my master loved her well, she in judgment was as fair as you. But since she did neglect her looking-glass and threw her sun-expelling mask away, the air hath starved the roses in her cheeks and pinched the lily tincture of her face, that now she is become as tanned as I.
How tall was she?
Well, about my stature, and would I might be dead if I in thought felt not her very sorrow.
Alas, poor lady, desolate and left. Here, youth, this is my purse. I give thee this for thy sweet mistress' sake, because thou lovest her. Farewell.
Ooh, and she shall thank you for it, if fair you know her. I hope my master's suit will be but cold, since she respects my mistress' love so much. Here is her picture. Let me see. Ooh, I think if I had such attire, this face of mine were full as lovely as it is of hers. What should it be that he respects in her, but I can make respective in myself? If this fond love were not a blinded god. Come, shadow, come, and take this shadow up, for 'tis thy rival. Oh, thou senseless form, thou shalt be worshipped, kissed, loved, and adored. I'll use thee kindly, for thy mistress' sake that used me so, or else, by Jove, I vow, I should have scratched out your unseen eyes to make my master out of love with thee.
And off they go. Thank you very much, guys. Always love that scene. Oh, okay. If you out there are intrigued to know more about how that story pans out and you'd like us to do the play again, let me know. Let me know. It'll be coming back available in a few months' time anyway, but we can always do it again. It's a fascinating story. Right. So let us keep the love and the intrigue going. And where are we going to stay? No, we're going to go to Verona, but we're going to Romeo and Juliet's Verona now and do one of our absolute favorite scenes from, I know it's a tragedy, but this is one of the funniest scenes, I think, in almost any play ever. So, well, where do we tell this story? So Romeo and Juliet have met. They are members of rival families living in Verona. They are not allowed to be in love. They haven't told anybody other than Juliet's faithful nurse. A nurse has been sent out into the town to find Romeo and find out when and if they're going to get married. So, Paul, we are going to meet dear Juliet waiting ever so patiently at home for the news, see what will have come to her. So, do we have our Juliet?
Yeah, ready.
There we are. That's the lovely Larissa popping up for us the first time this afternoon. And do we have our nurse?
Ready.
Yes. Love doing this. And of course, do we have Peter?
Yes.
Peter the servant, most important person in the scene. Okay, lovely. Right. So as usual, When I am gone, the stage is yours. Take us to Verona. See you there.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour, she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet with him. That's not so. Oh, she is lame. Love's heralds should be thoughts which 10 times faster glides than the sun's beams, driving back shadows o'er lowering hills. Therefore, do nimble pinioned doves draw love, and therefore have wind-swift Cupid wings. Now is the sun upon the hindmost hill of the day's journey, and from 9 till 12 is 3 long hours, yet she is not come. Had she affections and warm, youthful blood, she would be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my sweet love, and his to me. But old folks, many feign as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, and pale as lead. Ugh. Oh God, she comes! Oh, honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him? Send thy men away.
Peter, stay at the gate.
Now, good sweet nurse. O Lord, why look'st thou sad? Though news be sad, yet tell them merrily. If good, thou shames the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
I am weary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I had.
Oh, I would thou hadst my bones, and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee, speak. Good nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste! Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? The excuse that thou dost make in this delay is longer than the tale thou dost excuse. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Say either, and I'll stay the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo, no, not he, though his face be better than any man's, yet his leg excel all men's. And for a hand, and a foot, and a body, though they be not to be talked on, yet they are past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. What, have you dined at home?
No, but all this did I know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Oh, Lord, how my head aches. What a head have I. Oh, it beats as it would fall in 20 pieces. Oh, my back, at t'other side. Oh, my back, my back. Oh, beshrew your heart for sending me about to catch my death with jaunting up and down.
Faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet nurse, tell me what says my love.
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and I warrant a virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? Oh, how oddly thou repliest. Your love says like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
Oh, gods, lady dear, are you so hot? Marry, come up, I trow. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
Such a coil! Come, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife.
Shoot on his nerves, farewell!
I think she's beaten you to the queue there, Nursey. She was too eager to get off the stage.
Huh! Well, now came the wanton blood up in her cheeks.
Yeah,
They'll be in scarlet straight at any news. Well, hie you to church, I must another way, to fetch a ladder by which your love must climb a bird's nest soon when it is dark. Huh! I am the drudge, and toil in your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon at night. Go I'll to dinner. Hie you to the cell.
Honest nurse, farewell. Oh, the joys and pitfalls of cue scripting. And for those of you who don't remember or haven't seen us before, I didn't say initially, this is what we do. We work from cues and lines only. This is something that could easily happen. It could have happened in Shakespeare's time, and it almost certainly did. It happens to us, not that often, but enough to keep life interesting. Frankly, I love it, because there's nothing like a really real moment on stage. Right, enough of the fun and games. Our final scene for this 3 o'clock performance is coming up, and we're going to Richard III. So things are going to get a little darker, just for a little while. Because let's face it, life is a serious thing. And anyway, we'll be back at 5 o'clock to do a bunch more scenes, so we can always change the mood again then if we want. And if you're not free to join us at 5, come back and join us 3 o'clock next Sunday when we're doing another whole play, and it's one of our by request plays. We gave you lovely watchers the choice of various categories of play. Next week is the first of our lesser done plays, and we're doing Troilus and Cressida. So join us next week for a spot of Trojan Wars. And goodness knows what else will happen. So for now, for this afternoon, I've got all the company for this afternoon in this one. And I get to be in this one as well, because we just needed a couple more lines read in. So this is Richard III. Only at this point in the play, he's still Richard, Duke of Gloucester. And he is Lord Protector of England. He's not yet king. As the eldest surviving uncle to young King Edward and his younger brother, who are currently, for their own safety, lodged in the Tower of London and being visited by their mother, their aunt, and their grandmother, who are all about to meet outside the tower. So, can I just check that we have a Queen Elizabeth ready to roll?
Ready?
Yep. And a Duchess of York
Ready.
ready to grandmother it up. And Lady Anne.
Ready.
There we are. Brackenbury, Lieutenant of the Tower.
Ready.
Excellent. And Lord Stanley, on your important message.
Ready?
Okay. And I won't come on camera, but you will hear me pipe up as Dorset, Marquis of Dorset, son to Queen Elizabeth. So, I know, typecast again. What are you going to do? Okay, everybody ready? When I vanish, take us to the tower.
Who meets us here? My niece Plantagenet, led in the hand of her kind aunt of Gloucester. Now for my life she's wandering to the tower on pure heart's love to greet the tender prince. Daughter well met.
God give your graces both a happy and joyful time of day.
As much to you, good sister. Whither away?
No farther than the tower, and, as I guess, upon the like devotion as yourselves, to gratulate the gentle princes there.
Kind sisters, thanks. We'll enter all together. And in good time, here the lieutenant comes. Master lieutenants, pray you, by your leave, how doth the prince and my young son of York?
Right well, dear madam. By your patience, I may not suffer you to visit them. The king hath strictly charged the contrary.
The king? Who's that?
I mean the Lord Protector.
The Lord protect him from that kingly title. Hath he sent bounds between their love and me? I am their mother. Who shall bar me from them?
I am their father's mother. I will see them.
Their aunt I am in law, in love their mother. Then bring me to their sight, I'll bear thy blame, and take thy office from thee on my peril.
No, madam, no, I may not leave it so. I am bound by oath, and therefore pardon me.
Let me but meet you, ladies, 1 hour hence, and I'll salute you, Grace of York's mother, and Reverend Looker of our 2 fair queens. Come, madam, you must straight to Westminster, there to be crowned Richard's royal queen.
Oh, cut my lace asunder, that my pent heart may have some scope to beat, or else I swoon with this dead-killing news.
Deceitful tidings, oh, unpleasing news.
Be of good cheer. Mother, how fares your grace?
Oh, Dorset, speak not to me, get thee gone. Death and destruction dogs thee at thy heels. Thy mother's name is ominous to children. If thou wilt outstrip death, go cross the seas and live with Richmond from the reach of hell. Go, hide thee from this slaughterhouse, lest thou increase the number of the dead, and make me die the thrall of Margaret's curse, nor mother, wife, nor England's counted queen.
Full of wise care, is this your counsel, madam? Take all the swift advantage of the hours. You shall have letters from me to my son in your behalf to meet you on the way. But can not tardy be unwise delay.
Oh, ill dispersing wind of misery. Oh, my accursed womb, the bed of death. Oh, cockatrice hast thou hatched to the world, whose unavoided eye is murderous.
Come, madam, come, in all haste was sent.
And I with all unwillingness will go. Oh, would to God that the inclusive verge of golden metal that must round my brow were red hot steel to sear me to the brains. Anointed let me be with deadly venom, and die ere men can say, God save the Queen.
Go, go, poor soul, I envy not thy glory. To feed my humour wish thyself no harm.
No? Why, when he that is my husband now came to me as I followed Henry's course, when scarce the blood was well washed from his hands, which issued from my other angel husband, and that dear saint which when I weeping followed. Oh, when I say I looked on Richard's face, this was my wish. Be thou, quoth I, accursed, for making me so young, so old a widow. And when thou weddest, let sorrow haunt thy bed, and be thy wife, if any be so mad, more miserable by the life of thee than thou hast made me, my dear lord's death. Lo, I came, repeat this curse again, within so small a time my woman's heart grossly grew captive to his honey words, that proved the subject of mine own soul's curse, which hitherto hath held mine eyes from rest, for never yet so Yet 1 hour in his bed did I enjoy the golden dew of sleep, but with his tyrannous dreams was still awaked. Besides, he hates me for my father's Warwick, and will no doubt shortly be rid of me.
Poor heart, adieu. I pity thy complaining.
No more than with my soul I mourn for yours.
Farewell, thou woeful welcomer of glory.
Adieu, poor soul, that takes thy leave of it.
Go thou to Richmond, and good fortune guide thee. Go thou to Richard, and good angels tend thee. Go thou to sanctuary, and good thoughts possess thee. I to my grave, where peace and rest lie with me. 80 odd years of sorrow have I seen, and each hour's joy racked with a week of teen.
Stay. Yeah, look back with me unto the tower. Pity, you ancient stones, those tender babes whom envy hath immured within your walls. Rough cradle for such little pretty ones. Rude, ragged nurse, old sullen playfellow for tender princess. Use my babies well, so foolish sorrows beats your stones farewell.
And farewell to Richard III and all the characters that live in that particular story for this week. Well, I know that's a little slightly somber ending to our 3 o'clock performance. We will be back at 5. Promise to perk you up a bit then if you're able to join us. Otherwise, come and join us again next Sunday at 3 o'clock when it's going to be Troilus and Cressida. Yes, I know, Trojan War, lots of fighting, and it's an interesting play. Come and find your way through it with us. Right, can I have all the cast back on, please? And we will just say thank you very much and farewell for all your wonderful efforts. I think everybody's had some terrific moments this afternoon. It takes something to top the nurse, but everybody's had some good times. So thank you very much to Larissa, to Ashleigh, Valentina, Siegffried. And Siegffried, I will see you at 5 o'clock because you're in the second company. And Simon, lovely to see you. Lovely to see all of you. Glad to be back. Thank you out there for watching us. Do drop us a tweet, do get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. And because I'm setting up the program for next year already, let me know if there's a play you want us to do, particularly. Always happy to hear. Otherwise, we will see you again next week. So from us to you, have a good week. Keep yourselves and each other safe, and we'll see you very soon. Farewell for now. Bye-bye. Da, 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 da. I always want to do the Muppet song at this point. Da, 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 da.